Hi, care partners. So many of you are facing this exact challenge. Your loved one comes to you asking you the same question over and over again. And despite how many times you've answered their questions, the cycle continues and it's driving you to the edge. I am going to help you understand why this is happening and, more importantly, what you can do to maintain your sanity and also to keep your loved one's comfort intact. Before we get to the first technique with how to manage repetitive questions, I think it could be helpful, care partners, for you to first understand what's happening in a dementia-afflicted brain that's causing these repetitive behaviors in the first place. So repetitive behaviors are very common in dementia clients, and the reason for that, care partners, is because the part of the brain that's responsible for taking new information and storing it into long-term memory, that part of the brain is damaged. And so your loved one does not remember you answering the question, the answer to the question. Your loved one probably doesn't even remember coming to you and asking you the question in the first place. Their brain is failing them. They are not meaning to drive you up the wall. The best way that I can explain this, care partners, in a way to help you understand what that could possibly feel like for your loved one with dementia, is I'd like for you to imagine that you are stuck in a thick fog in a large city and you are just trying to make your way to your hotel. This fog came out of nowhere. It encompassed the city. Just as landmarks and familiar buildings are appearing that quickly, the fog is engulfing everything, and it's really hard for you to see where you're going. So you can't see where you've come from. You can't see where you're going. That's scary. The reaction is going to be fear, confusion, even panic. That's kind of what it's like for your loved one with dementia. You've given them the information, the landmark, but then the dementia fog came in and took everything away. And so they're standing there, what are we doing again? I know it's important. Where are we going? Wait, what did she say? I don't want to mess this up. And so they come back to you, care partner, not only looking for the data, but they are also looking for comfort, because it's anxiety provoking, not knowing what you're doing, what the next steps are, where you're going. It's scary for them. So yes, you hold the data, but more importantly, you hold the comfort. Yep, Mom, we're going to the doctor's at 2 p.m. That's right. That's right. That's where we're going. And suddenly they feel relieved. And then they walk off, and sure enough, 5 minutes later, dementia fog, and then the cycle starts again. I know that hearing this doesn't make the situation easier for you, but hopefully it does give you some perspective into the behavior, that they're not trying to drive you to the edge, care partners, but they're actually seeking comfort and security from you. And that can segue well into our first step of how then do you manage when this annoying behavior is happening. First and foremost, care partners, you want to stay as patient and compassionate as possible. Regardless of how frustrated or angry you get, that part of the brain is gone. It's damaged. And dementia is progressive, so that means it gets worse over time. So regardless of how frustrated and angry you get at your loved one, it's not going to make their brain remember the information any easier. As much as you can stay patient and compassionate as possible, the better, both for you. It just keeps your body calmer, but it also is helpful to your loved one with dementia. You can, when Mom comes and asks you when the appointment is again, you can simply say, it's at 2 p.m., Mom. But that's going to drive you up the wall. So what I recommend instead is step 2, which is it's time to have an alternate form of reminders for your loved one. And that can be a visual reminder, or that can be an auditory reminder, something that they can hear. For a visual reminder, I recommend to my clients all the time, and this one strategy has brought so much peace to many of my clients, hundreds of my clients. I recommend having Post-it notes placed around the house with the appointment times on there, so that your loved one will see the reminder, 2 p.m., Dr. Feldman's appointment. They will see the reminder, and then they will know what's happening. They will be able to comfort themselves and will not need to come to you. Or you can have a whiteboard at home that has all of the day's reminders on there. So you can have Dr. Feldman's appointment at 2 p.m., lunch at 4 p.m., or early dinner at 4 p.m. And so your loved ones will know to go to this one area for their reminders. Those are called visual aids. But you can also, if you have a Google device or an Apple device or an Amazon Echo, for example, you can set auditory reminders to go off and have these announcements go off every 20 minutes or so for your loved one. If they were stuck in a loop where they were coming to you every 30 minutes, then have that announcement go off in the house every 20 minutes. Doctor's appointment at 2 p.m. What I recommend so that that doesn't drive you to the edge is you can also get a watch or some other type of device that your loved one can wear, and then an announcement can go off on their wrist, reminding them doctor's appointment at 2 p.m. So there are many different ways that you can have alternate forms of reminders so that your loved one doesn't have to come to you. If you're finding this to be helpful so far, Care Partners, either the way that I explain things to you or the strategies, if you're finding any of this helpful, then please go ahead and like this video so that I know to make more content like this for you, as well as for other Care Partners who are in the thick of things as well. Now let's move on to our third strategy to navigating repetitive questions from your loved one. So let's say that you have told mom very calmly and compassionately 5 times about the doctor's appointment. You have post-it notes and whiteboards all throughout the house and nothing is working. Okay, I've got you. It's all right. The third step, Care Partners, is this might be time to redirect your loved one, meaning it might be time to distract your loved one with an activity that they love. This distraction helps to break their brain out of the cycle of coming to you every 30 minutes. It helps to pull their attention over to something else that they like to do. And it should be a pleasurable activity for them. While I would love to say have it be a pleasurable activity for you as well, the focus should be for them, because remember, they were not only coming to you for the information, they were coming to you because they were anxious and they were seeking comfort. So if we can distract their attention over to an activity that's pleasurable and calming and relaxing for them, then let's do that. So if your loved one has an awesome record collection and they come to you and they ask you, oh, when's the doctor's appointment? You can say, oh, it's at 2 p.m. But we do have time. Let's go listen to that record collection. I remember you had a new record that you wanted to show me. Or mom, you did say that some new flowers came out in the garden that you wanted to show me. We have some time. Why don't we go check those out? And even if there aren't new flowers in that garden, Care Partners, that's called compassionate fibbing. We'll come to that in another video. But even if there aren't new flowers, maybe you can say that to mom because she will get excited. And so you want to redirect your loved one's attention to an activity that they love, that they're going to find comfort in. After watching this, why don't you check out the recommended video where I teach you how to manage aggression safely in your loved one with dementia. As always, thanks for watching, Care Partners. I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment below and let me know what resonated most with you. And if you also have a strategy that you found that works, then leave it in the comment section for us all to be able to benefit from. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.